Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are looking at all the ammo types I have, different sizes, how many, stuff like that, seeing what is like the most ammo I own of any type. And yeah, that's pretty much this video. We're just going to be looking at all the ammo types I have throughout the years. We got weird ones, we got some interesting ones. And up first is I own one of these things. It is the Sumping Bow Pro arrow. And if you can see, this thing is shorter than the actual arrow. And that's because in one of my earlier shorts, I completely broke it in half. So this is like, actually, instead of one, it's like 2/3 of the actual arrow. But yeah, I own one of these guys. I do not have anything that actually fires this thing. I just was able to make it shoot with air pressure. But yeah, that's the longest. This is still the longest ammo type I have on this list. But yeah, I only own one of these guys, which is kind of interesting, right? Now, next up is Vortex rockets. Not Vortex discs. This is the actual Vortex rockets. I own two Vortex rockets. One of them does not have any sounds. This one is a whistler, so I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, we got two Vortex rockets. They're kind of fun, and I like these things. These things, the small ones, you can throw really dang far. And I even have this guy right here. So you can load one of the rockets in there and chuck them out. So yeah, they're definitely cool. I like them, but they're really only throwable. Next up on our list, by the way, 23 of these. So right now we're at 21, and this is the Zuru arrows. I have two Zuru arrows, and they're both one of the ones that glow with whistlers, but neither of them are functional. Well, they don't light up anymore, but they do still whistle, but they're a different whistle. They have to be moving pretty dang fast. And these, they're okay. I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest with you. They're too much plastic. They're only foam at the front, but there's just too much plastic on this guy. Like the entire middle part's plastic, and I just don't really enjoy that all that much. This is what it really looks like. The arrow itself, it's good, not great. I have two of them. Next up, I had another one that I own two of, which I want you to guess anyone even knows this ammo type. Whoops, almost dropped them. This came with the Gobzooka. These are the Gobzooka balls, and they're squishy, and they're like squishing stuff. They pop out, they do all this stuff, and they're cool. Like it's very crazy. But I own two of them. I did at one point. I think I owned 8 total, but I gave 6 of them away to Captain Xavier because I don't know, that would be cool. Just a different ammo type for him. But yeah, I own 2 Gobzooka balls, and they're just balls that are squishy and like really moldable. I would not recommend firing these because they get really dirty really fast. But yeah, overall, they're interesting. I don't have anything that actually fires these guys anymore because I modified the Gobzookas. But yeah, those are the Gobzooka balls. Next up on the list, we're moving up. We're at 19th. We got 3. We have the Vortex, another Vortex, Spinfire rings, the original Vortex. Whoops, dropped one of them. If you don't even know what these are, these things actually get fired out of original Vortex from the 90s. They're little discs. They're more like rubber bands. And they just kind of float through the air. And I own 3 of them. One side's a little bit thicker than the other. But yeah, You kind of load them in the blaster. You crank it back. You fire, and it just through the air. And these things go really, really far. 2 of them are kind of old, so they don't fire well because they've been used. One of them still works pretty well though. I own 3 of those guys, so I got some weird ammo types here. It's kind of rare. Talking about rare, at 18th with 4, I own 4 of these. I have the old school megas. These are old school mega darts that I got with my 1995 crossbow. They're not mega darts, they're thinner, and they have suction tips. This is just an old thing. And I own 4 of these guys. They don't really get fired at all. This one's bent. I don't know why. It just is. I guess it just came bent. I think they just made it bent, to be honest. But yeah, I have 4 of these, so if I need to fire old school megas, I got 4 of those. Alright, now coming in at 17th is I own 5 of these. We got the Nerf cars. Yes, you heard me right. We got Nerf cars. We got these guys, plastic wheels. They spin, they can ride, and they have foam bodies and plastic bottoms. This one's my favorite one. Then we got a red one, a blue truck thing, a green truck thing, and another just black one. But yeah, I own 5 of these. I actually did own one. I owned the electric one I picked up at the thrift store, and it came with a few of these. And I have 5 left. So yeah, that's the Nerf car. It's this weirdest ammo I think I know of. Now we get pretty high. We jump from 5 that I own to 26. Yeah, that's the jump we're taking. So at 16th with 26, I own 26 ballistic balls. Yes, I own 26 of these. If I just hold out my arms and, can we do it? Can we get all 26 in my hands? Nope, but I got a lot of them. This is all the balls I own. We got 26 of these guys. But yeah, we just own a lot of these balls. I've pretty much picked them up from... I got a couple of them at thrift stores. A lot of them I just bought that came with... what is it? It's just a popping one that you can get online. Some of them come with all 6, so that's why. And I want, to be honest, I want more of these. I really like this ammo. I think it's neat. They're just balls that float through the air. They don't go far. The farthest I got one of these to fire, I think was about 40 feet at most. But yeah, these things are cool. They're fun. Some of them are a little messed up with like scarring on it. But yeah, I like these things. I would love to have more. And with that, let's see what the next one is. So at 15th place is 27. I have 27 different rockets. We have a couple messed up. We have 3. No, we have 2 intact Demolisher rockets. 3. Well, we have 2 broken ones right there. We have one where I tried different fins on it, which kind of failed pretty badly. We have 1 Titan rocket that I'd replaced the top on, just because it didn't come with the top. And then we have a ton. Well, we do have 2 from the original 1995 crossbow rockets. And let's see, we have all these from, they're just long arrows. Long rockets, sorry. Set those down. And then we just got a ton of these. These I picked up at the thrift store. They came with a push rocket, just a little pop rocket thing. And it was $1 for each. So I bought a ton of them. These are all my modified ones. They're still functional. I have more that are broken that I need fixing. But yeah, these are all those. 27 rockets. Now we move up to 32 at 14th. I have 32 suction cups. The suction cups I have stored in a very nice, like all lined up and everything, so I do not want to take them all out. But here's one of them, just a suction cup. If you don't know what this is, it's like one of those old school Busby darts. You should know what this is. This is my childhood right here. I have a suction cup dart down in my basement that's been stuck to the ceiling for about 9 years now. And suction cups, they're fun. They stick. Well, as long as you put a lot of saliva on them, they stick to about anything. Next up, at 13th, we jump from 32 to 46. I have 46 Boomco straws. Boomco straws are very interesting rounds. I really wish I had more of these guys, but they're fine. They have like a very squishy rubber tip with just a straw, an actual just straw body. And they work well. They survive a lot. This is probably one of the most durable rounds out there. Like this one's been smashed and bruised up, and there's just a few little dents on them, if you can see that. But yeah, Boomco rounds. Still got a place. But they're gone now, so it is a shame. And coming in right after Boomco at 67, 12th, we have old school whistlers. Again, I have them put very nicely away. So here's two of them. We have the one where I know, this kind of Minecraft one, camo, and then this black one. And they just whistle through the air pretty much. But yeah, they're cool. They got big heads, big round heads, and they just whistle through the air. Not whistle great, but they whistle. And that's pretty cool. Moving to 11th, I have 92 Hog Wild balls. This is not even all of them. Come on, we can get all of them, right? Maybe. Oh. Nope, but here's a lot of them. It's just all different types of Hog Wild balls. We got rainbow, got orange, blue, dark blue, orange, yellow, and that's pretty much all of them. Just a ton of Hog Wild balls. They come out of like every popper toy really is what Hog Wild balls really are. A lot of them, like the animal ones, some of the just pushing ones, like just a ton of Hog Wild balls. I have a single red one, which is cool. But yeah, they're just different types of balls, really. They're just balls. Nothing really more to say. Foam balls, like the ballistic balls, but smaller in diameter. And with that, we move on to the top 10. At 10th, we finally break into the 3-digit mark. At 106, we have 106 Ultra. Ultra is a very interesting dart. I don't know why I have this many, because these things get lost really easily. I have two types. I have the normal ones, and then I have the whistlers. These whistlers, the sonic whistlers, are amazing. And if you go to watch my top 10 favorite ammo types, the sonic whistlers actually made that list. Even though they're inaccurate, they just sound so cool. This is the ultimate whistling dart right here. I can't really make it whistle, but yeah. Ultras have a very, very interesting foam. They're not foam, they're like packing peanuts pretty much. They're like that type of stuff with a rubber tip. But they're nice so far. Haven't had an issue just losing them because they're black. Nerf, what were you thinking about making a black dart? It's crazy to me. Because I know you made like almost white ultra darts with those accurate rounds. And now coming into 9th is my favorite ammo type I own. I own 118 Mega XL rounds. They're all in here. They're all very large. Mega XL is a very large round, so it may look like a way more, but this is just 118, which is still a lot. And to be honest, if I had a bigger container, I would buy more, because I don't know what they're doing with Mega XL. It's like it's already dead after 3 blasters. Nerf, release more. Everyone loves this line. It needs to come back again. This is Mega XL, just a big-ass round compared to my hand. And yeah, rubber tip, foam body, just very, very large. And I just love it. It's fun. And with that, we get to 8th. At 8th, beating it out by just a couple, at 124, which is crazy, is Hyper. This is an 118 Mega XL, and this is 124 Hyper rounds. A big difference, huh? Well, that's because Hyper is a very, very small, squishy round that was pretty much a complete failure. They are rubber, so they tend to get stuck to each other and not fire the blasters that well, because there's no hop up in the blasters and no like ability to have it jostle the rounds by itself like the Prometheus and stuff. So it just kind of sits there and they get stuck to each other. Like, not very, but like enough. It's just its texture keeping them together, which is dumb. They also bounce everywhere. I've never fired these. If I do, I'll lose like half of these probably. And yeah, Hyper. It's an interesting round, to say the least. Now at 7th, we're jumping a lot from 124 to 259. And people hate these darts, and I'm sorry. I use them for target practice, and these are just rounds from long ago when I did not know. I own 259 hard tip darts. Like, just complete hard plastic tip darts. Like, they do not have any give to them whatsoever. But yeah, they're just foam with a very, very hard tip. And I own 259 of those. I'll do something with them. I will never shoot these at people ever again, I know that. But they're just in this box. They've been in this box for like 5 years. Don't feel like throwing them away. They could be useful for something. I could always use the foam at least for something. But yeah, that's that. And yes, they are a full-length dart, but I do not count them as the big full-length category, because actually there's another category. So I have the hard tips, I have full lengths, and I have elites. Those are 3 different categories in this thing. Sorry I didn't tell you before. But with that, let's move on. At number 6, with 299, Vortex discs. Of course, this is not all of them, but it is 2 handfuls of them at least. But yes, I own 299 original, original Vortex discs, not fake, not off-brand. The original green ones, the newer, these ones. But yeah, I just own 299 of these because I have one of my blasters runs off of these discs. Well, now it's kind of been, it's not obsolete, but there's a better option I got out of the Insanity line in X-Shot. But with that, let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is 367 Mega Darts. I have 367 Mega Darts. This is not all of them, but it is the majority of them. Like I got Fortnite ones. I do have some off-brand ones, the white ones. These white ones are interesting because they're actually slightly shorter than a Mega Dart, but the foam quality is actually better in my opinion, which is crazy. I have the accurate rounds. I have just a ton of Mega Darts, and it's just crazy. I like Mega. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. And with that, let's move on to number 4, because I have 579 of the worst dart ever created, the Elite Dart. This is all my Elite Darts I own. They all go in this bucket, and I haven't really touched them in years. I have absolutely brand spanking new Elite Darts. I have old Zombie Strike. I just have Rebel. I have everything under the world. I even have there's a Star Wars one in there. There's so many, and I have no use for them, except I do have a shotgun that likes them. But that's about it. I keep them because they're still darts. They're still useful. They're better than the hard tips, but they're still Elite Darts. And with that, now we get in to our actual top 3 and our big hitters taking down anything else. Like we were talking about at number 4 was 579 Elite Darts. At 3, we almost... Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, we go over double it at 1,234. And that is my half darts. I have 1,234 half darts in this container right here. There's so many of them, all different kinds. Worker, X-Shot. We got all the X-Shot ones. We got some weirder ones where I don't know where these came from. We have Bamboos, the new gen Bamboos. We have old gen Worker. That's still new gen Worker. Whoops. I have old gen Worker. There's old gen Worker. And there's even like a few like really old workers in here if I can find one. There we go. We got original Worker. So old that the name came off. We got domes. We got everything I really need. And this is not... what's this one, actually? Oh, yes. Even the old school cut-down EQ-Strike rounds. But yeah, those are all my half-darts I use. And I have 1,234 of those coming in at 3. They're some of my most used ammo. They're actually not my most used, but I would say they're my second most used. And at number 2, which is really surprising because I don't really use these rounds that often, just for my birthday, I made a mistake and accidentally bought a lot more rounds than I thought I was. I thought I was buying 100, and I accidentally bought 1,000. It was too late to go back. I'm like, fine, let's do it. It's only $30. And I own 1,801 rival balls. This is all my rival balls, pretty much. Yes, this is all my rival balls. In this big container, every rival ball I own under the sun. We have some... I think this is Headshot right here. We got these off-brand ones. We have original ones somewhere. They're like this guy. This guy's an original. We have the New Age, which are very interesting. We have some stuff from Overwatch, some orange Overwatch, and some even gray Overwatch. But yeah, just a big bin full of all different kinds of ammo types. We have half colors. We have the Venture Force ones, I believe that one is. But yeah, just all different kinds of rival balls in here. Even the glow-in-the-dark ones, which this one has definitely seen better days. But yes, I own 1,801 rival balls. And yes, I did count every single thing on this list. And yes, that did take a while. And coming into first place, only slightly, somewhat higher. It's still a decent amount, but it's less than you think. Coming in first place, which is my full-length darts, which is the darts I use the most. Still, to this day, I use the most, because most of my pistols I use at battles. use full lengths, and I use a lot of them. I use a lot of pistols on me. We have 1,963 full-length darts. This container is the same as the Mega one, and you can tell there's a little bit difference. And this is still not even all of them. This is all my like miscellaneous rounds, my actual ones I like using. I probably have another 400 in that box, but I don't want to grab it right now. But yeah, this is all my miscellaneous darts that I use at my like birthdays and stuff, and just fun plinking ones, because all these are just random darts. Like this, I bought this online, these purple ones, and they're thinner. The outer diameter is thinner, so sometimes they work better in some blasters and sometimes they don't. They're thinner, so they don't sit as well in blasters. Like, they still seal, but just not as well as like the Adventure Force. And yes, in my opinion, the Adventure Force rounds are just not for me. They're not what I like. The foam is a bit not what I would like to use, and that's why that X-Shot ones, we have, like, these are ones I actually use. These Z-tips are my go-tos for battles, but if you can tell, this one has been, some of them are just messed up a little, bent dart, stuff like that. Yeah, like this one's very messed up. They came messed up. Now you can't buy Z-tips, so I'm going to keep using those, my Z-tips, until I run out. But with that, that is all the ammo types I have in how much I have. So, going back over the list, first is full lengths, second's rival, third is half darts, fourth is elite, fifth is mega, sixth is vortex, 7 is hard tips, 8 is hyper, 9 is mega XL, 10 is ultra, 11 is hog wild balls, 12 is old school whistlers, 13 is boomco, 14 is suction cups, 15 is rockets, 16 is ballistic balls, 17 is Nerf cars, 18 is old school megas, 19 is vortex spin fire rings, 20 is Gobzuka balls, 21 is Zuru arrows, 22 is Nerf vortex rockets, and 23 is the Pro bow arrow. And with all that said, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. It's a bit different, not as fun as the normal ones, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in a completely different one, and bye-bye.